So this is the tallest building in the entirety of the Halo franchise, and recently people were challenging me to get to the top of it. But the top of it is like 2 miles in the air. So can I get to one of Halo 2's most unreachable areas? Let's give it a shot! So this tower on High Charity is not just located on High Charity, it's actually located on 2 missions, Gravemind and High Charity. Now a few months ago I made a video about getting to the crack near the top of this, but I did this on the mission Gravemind. This time my plan was to try to get to the top of this tower on the mission High Charity. But this tower is really tall. And much of the top of this tower overhangs the very limited playing space right at the beginning of the mission. So how was I planning on scaling this massive building? Well, I was gonna need to make a big old pile of explosions. Okay, I'm getting to the top of this tower and there's nothing you can do about it.
Oh, you think that?
So before we get started, we were going to need a couple of skulls. First, we were going to use the Bandanna skull for infinite ammo. This is just a convenience thing. Second, we were going to use the Pinata skull, which allows you to beat grenades out of teammates or enemies. Third, we were going to use the Sputnik skull, which increases mass acceleration. 4, we were going to use the Feather skull, which makes objects lighter. 5, we needed the Black Eye skull in order to get double overshields. And finally, 6, we needed the Streaking skull, which allows us to get overshields by throwing grenades. That pea espresso?
I drink a monster so I could have some pep in my step for this.
So for our first step in this, we need to get double overshields by killing our teammate twice. After doing this, I then tried to clear out the enemies in this area so I could find a good place to set up a grenade stack that's outside of this overhang. Damn it, Alex. After doing some inspecting, I found out that this purple prong that sits just outside of the spawning area was probably a good place. Now I needed to beat a bunch of plasma grenades out of my brother and stack them in a nice neat little pile. Alright, stand right here. Alright, keep backing into me and throw grenades. Just keep throwing grenades out that direction. Off the cliff, yeah. So our plan for later was to blow up a giant stack of plasma grenades so that we got the boosting power to make it all the way to the top of the tower. But this means that we would need to stack 50 to 100 grenades in a perfect pile. So the reason we're throwing a bunch of grenades right now is because we have the Streaking skull on with the Black Eye skull, which gives you extra overshields when you throw grenades and they blow up.
I mean, appropriate.
So in order to expedite this process, I had my brother back up so I could hit a grenade out of him, and he would throw grenades concurrently so that using the Streaking skull, every time one of those grenades would blow up, he would get extra overshields. This means we would be able to create this entire grenade stack without a second player even dying once. I'm gonna try to sort these grenades out a little bit. After just 4 minutes of beating grenades, I had about 60 of them ready to sort into a pile. Now, in order to get the power needed from this grenade stack, I would need to stack all of the plasma grenades into the radius of just around 1 plasma grenade. So I'm trying to get these grenades away from this crack here. I don't want it too close to this ledge because I need to be able to throw behind it. And I need to always be looking at this pile. Uh-oh. Seems like that grenade just disappeared. So when creating a plasma grenade stack to do a big launch, there are 2 very important things that you have to remember. 1, you need to have this grenade pile segmented and have no grenades around this area because it could potentially mess with the grenade explosion direction. And 2, in Halo 2, grenades disappear if you're not looking at them. This means that you need to have at least 1 player looking at this grenade stack within the game's normal 90-degree field of vision at all times. Are you looking at this pile?
Yeah.
Don't stop looking at it.
It's one singular grenade.
After getting this plasma grenade stack set up, I had my brother look at the pile while I looked at the top of the building to check to see if my alignment was okay. I need you to go and kill all the enemies.
Are you looking at it now?
Yes, I'm set up. Then I had him go clear out all the enemies in the beginning area in order to trigger a checkpoint. Before he went and did this, however, I remembered that I didn't have double overshields, which I needed in order to survive this explosion. So I had my brother come back and stare at the pile while I threw a bunch of grenades to generate my shields to double overshields. Alright, go forward. Ah, okay. Was there a checkpoint? I didn't get full overshields. Doesn't matter.
You know, if you put honey on chapped lips, it can fix them.
Did you know if you put your lips on me, it could fix
Me?
who, me?
Me?
So my first idea was to throw a grenade slightly behind this pile and then jump onto the top of where it was exploding. Now, I didn't have full double overshields because I stepped away while the checkpoint was being activated, but this method of jumping on the exploding pile has worked for me in the past. I would just need to make sure that I'm jumping into the center of the explosion so I go straight in the air. There's not a lot of room for error for this. Can I get the height for this? Yes, seemingly.
Essentially.
Seemingly.
Yeah, they weren't getting this shit. It's hot.
You're looking at pictures of men?
No. It's ramen. Ugh.
Dude, you have no idea what it's like to launch 500 million times in a row.
And I never will. I'll never say thank you. You'll never have to.
Ooh. Get over, come on. It's gonna be really freaking close. Just missed it. So although I initially started by trying to jump on the grenade pile explosion, I had an idea to crouch and then jump above where it was going to be exploding instead of jumping directly on it. And I almost made it. You realize that was your fault that I didn't make that, right?
No.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't you stop it, man?
I didn't want you to do it.
Why,
Because then
man?
we'll be spending time with each other anymore.
Why, man? Wait, if I did do it, that would mean we'd spend less time with each other.
Yeah, I don't want that.
You don't want that?
No.
You want to spend more time with each other is what you're saying.
Yeah.
What am I hearing? Ooh. No. Ooh. Going forward, keep going forward, keep going forward. Need to slow down just a little bit here, just a little bit here. I think I'm gonna go too fast.
No, I do.
Ah! The top of the map, dude.
Oh, damn.
So if you didn't know this already, the top of the map barrier is just a few feet above the top of the building. This is yet another reason why we need to have a perfectly straight in the air trajectory to get on top of the building. You can go above it, but if you're not in line with it, you won't be able to land on top of it because you'll hit the map barrier and drop straight down. People say that I need to get a real job, dude, but you don't understand what it's like to press the space bar, dude. I'm starting to get callous thumbs. Okay, I'm a real working man. Come on. Oops. Just need to be slightly more powerful, dude. That was awful. There we go. There we go. Come on. Come on. Please live. Oh, let's go. Dude, I'm the best. Okay?
Okay, I am the best. Listen, I'm
Wow.
number one.
Look at how bad
Don't
these
go first.
textures don't match up here. This is the new graphics. Oh, I gotta throw some grenades because this sound is unbearable to me. Say I have autism, you can say whatever.
But you do have autism. Am I ever gonna respond? Respond?
Huh?
Am I gonna ever respond?
Dude, you had to stay down there, dude. I was gonna... Dude, I was gonna 360 no-scope my way back down there, dude.
I was gonna be, if you're for real right now, I was gonna lose my mind. This looks like old graphics. Controversial, I know.
Okay, I've got the, well, the texturing just... This is... Okay, so... I don't mind the graphics of H2A. I think a lot of the elements are a little shaky, but, like, I understand people's points of this texturing just does not match up at all. It's not even close. Like, I can see the bottom platform, which is really, really freaking far, by the way.
Well, here's my critique. So in the old graphics, you have actual alien structures in the background here. You switch over to new graphics, and you have an American city. That's weird. It's like they didn't even try. Like,
It is crazy, dude. This looks like the actual structure, the actual city is pretty small. And then it's just a giant open area, but the new one looks like a giant computer chip. And you can't. I do like it as well, but also I can't tell. I'm like, am I looking at a highway or a motherboard?
Yeah, the old graphics. Yeah, it's just.
All right, come over here.
This really isn't much of a city in the old graphics.
Dude, it is crazy that like look down, dude. That is absolutely insane that is the actual playable map right there. Isn't that nuts?
Newer old graphics.
Both.
That giant force field.
Both. Look at the little spiky platform down there. That's what we were just on.
Looks like a giant brain.
It does. It looks super cool.
What's that crack? The crack disappeared. Is that crack in the reality of Halo?
That's the Warthog run.
The what?
The cut wart. Oh, there it is. I just saw it for a sec.
Oh, this is cut content? It's not cut section in the game, man. Shut up.
Is that a
You don't get to
soccer
say it.
field down there?
Where?
The only green patch, if you look generally the direction I'm looking down.
Old graphics?
New.
I don't see anything that looks like a soccer field.
Dude, do you see this like crazy glare over here when I throw grenades?
Oh, jeez. It's a beam, dude.
It's like the sun, bro.
It's like getting hit by... Oh, whoa, that's cool.
Yeah, there's this like crazy smearing up here on the new graphics. The old graphics look... That pink thing is really cool. Reminds me of like Sauron or some shite.
Sorry, are you British, bro?
Okay, so I'm trying to see that warthog run, but you can't really... I only saw it for like a second. Somebody's gonna say, dude, now launch to the... What is that thing? What is their ship called?
The one that...
The pointy thing.
Oh, well, I don't remember anymore.
Somebody's gonna get real angry. If I include that in the video, bro, they're gonna say, well, you don't... You're not a real true Halo fan. You shouldn't even play the game, you idiot. You idiot.
Joke's on them. I don't want to play the game.
To try to give everyone a reference of just how high up in the air this is, I jumped off the map to show you how long it takes to spawn back in. For reference, one time I put on the Acrophobia skull, flew all the way up to this building, and jumped to the normal beginning part of the map. That in and of itself took 23 seconds.
Where are you, bro?
Fish boy. Don't worry, I have to fall all the way to the bottom of the map. It takes like 22 seconds probably for you to spawn back in. See, guys, this is what I was talking about earlier. When, oh, I guess this was yesterday, I think. When in Halo 2, you only spawn back in when your actual dead body hits the map floor or whatever floor. It has to hit a certain surface. And in Halo 2, there's a lot of really huge drops, so you can be waiting there for a seemingly really long time. But it's just the game's mechanics. Well, guys, once you're up here, there's not a ton to see. Somebody suggested that I try to get over to this platform. And it's not actually solid, so that's unfortunate.